All right, guys, here we go. We are back for lunch and launch, and I just want to thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for coming in. And look, guys, I do have something that I want to share with you as always. We are on a mission to reach as many people as possible. So whether you catch this live or whether you catch this on a replay, we'd love for you to share it, guys. We love for you to like it. We know that that is the way that the algorithm works, is the more we share, the more we like, the more we subscribe, then this video can get more traction. So I am going to go ahead and get started while you guys come in. I'm so excited about this word that God has given me today. And I just want you to give yourself a hand for just showing up, guys. It is July. Look, we are already in the third quarter. We are in the third quarter, but we are here for the long haul. God has given us some promises. And like I say, He has said that this is the year of the boss lady. He said this is the year of winning. So, guys, we have to stay steadfast and we have to just lean on the blueprint that God has already given us. So, come on in, guys, and look, whatever platform you're on, hit that little arrow and share it. Share it to your friends. Share it. It's 15 minutes. It's not long, but we definitely want you to do that. So let us go ahead and get started, guys. And I want to get started with something that I know is a God word. Look, this is straight from the Lord. And I literally this weekend was sitting under the tree and God gave me this word. So I know it is an on-time word. I know it is a right on word, whether it is for you or for someone else. And I just want to remind some of you guys that often feel stuck, that often feel like, okay, I know I have something in my hands. I know I have potential, but I just don't know how it all fits. It just seems like everything is sort of all over the place. I'm not really able to make traction. So I really know that this is a word for people that know that they have this God-given potential, whether they're writing a book, whether they're writing a grant, or they're asking God for a grant, whether they're asking God to blow up their business, whether you're asking God for a $1 million contract, whatever it is, I feel that this is a word for you. And I want to say, guys, you're not stuck. You're just arkless. So I want to drop on you the $1 million secret hidden in Noah's blueprint. Because when I was under the tree, God showed me something really specific about Noah, and I'm calling it Noah's principle. Jackie, it landed in my mind. God gave me this. This is not something I read somewhere. It's called Noah's principle. Look, everybody wants a team. Everybody wants traction. Guys, everyone wants that $1 million impact. But what if I told you the reason you haven't seen it isn't because you're not or you're unqualified? It's not because God hasn't given you the potential to do it, but because you're unstructured. Look, you've been praying for the right people, guys, the right clients, the right investors, the right opportunity, but God hasn't been sending them to you yet. Why? Because you haven't built the ark. Guys, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, I need for you, or if you're on Facebook, I need for you just to put ark in the comments. I need for everyone listening to this, put ark in the comments. Look, God gave me again this revelation while sitting under the tree. Yes, literally. I was sitting there saying, Lord, and scratching my head saying, why do I continue to have this high turnover? Constant staff issues. People are just peopling. People are doing the most. And while I'm experiencing growth, it's not the quantum leap growth I know God has spoken to me about. Then I heard God say, clear as day, Jackie, you're asking for the animals before you've built the ark with my design. You're asking for the animals. So I'm going to ask you guys on this call, how many people are asking for stuff, asking for contracts, asking for more business, asking for more support, asking for more people to help you, asking for more money, right, for your venture, asking for whatever you're sitting there saying, God, I need more time. I don't seem like I have more time. Well, God is saying, you're asking for stuff before you've built the ark, right? Got it? So, look, I just want to say, when I discovered what now I call the Noah principle, right? When I discovered this, a kingdom strategy that shows us how $1 million businesses are not built on talent or timing, guys, they are built on system, structure, and obedience. And today I am going to walk you through exactly how Noah's obedience unlocks supernatural alignment. And now that same principle can shift your business, your family, your leadership, but most important, guys, your legacy. Because, we're all talking about legacy. What are we leaving in this earth? And I'm saying, write this down. It's the Noah principle. Okay? It's the Noah principle. So step one is you have to build according to the blueprint. According to the blueprint. Stop building blindly. Go back to the blueprint God gave you, your vision, your values, your voice. Write it down. Clarify every role and responsibility before you bring people into chaos. Look, guys, let me just break this down. Because with Noah, God gave Noah he gave him specific instructions. He gave him a specific design. And oftentimes God gives us specifics. Okay, I need you to connect with this person. But you're saying in your mind, no, I work with this person. This person has all the degrees, God. This person has what I feel is needed. This person has the right voice. This person has the right following. God is saying, no, I'm giving you the specificities. And I'm saying that wrong. I'm giving you the specifics. I'm telling you how to build it, who to build with, who to connect. But you're saying to God, no, I have more relation with this person. I am used to doing it this way. And then we wonder why the animals aren't coming, why we're not getting the contracts, why we're struggling all the time, why it seems like I'm moving 5 steps only to go back 3 steps, because we are used to building things according to what we want, according to our values, according to our principles, instead of leaning on the blueprint that God has already given you. I'm telling you, I know this, guys, because we're creatures of habit. We're used to connecting to people we're used to connecting with. We're used to doing things a certain way. And God is saying, just like when he spoke to Noah, first of all, I have placed something big in your hands. I have placed a task big in your hands. And this was during a time, if you go back and read the story of Noah, this was during a time of chaos when God was saying, hey, people are living how they want to live. I'm unhappy with Israel. I'm going to just destroy this and we're going to just start over. It's similar to what we're seeing today. But God gave Noah specific instructions. I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but God has given you specific instructions, but you're ignoring what God is saying. And you're like, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. God is saying, not in these times. In these times of chaos and confusion, you have to lean in and listen to me. You have to build according to my blueprint, not your blueprint, right? So, again, stop building blindly, guys. God has given you clarity. Every role, every responsibility, those are things that have to be written down specifically. And this is a declaration for this point. Lord, show me your divine design, and I'll build what you showed me, not what culture pressures me to build, not the way I see everybody else building, not doing it my way. And I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be honest with you. And you're probably not going to get this if you're a person that, you're like, I don't need all that. I really don't want to. I just want to make enough money to get by. I just want to impact my family. I'm really just concerned with me and mine. Because if you follow Noah's principle, God did not tell him to build an ark that could just hold him and his family. The ark would have been a lot smaller. He didn't just say, do enough for you and yours, Noah. He said, build enough, and I'm bringing 2 of each kind of every animal on the earth, flying in the sea, on the ground, that ark is going to be big enough to hold all of that. I'm going to tell you guys, some of y'all are just building for you. God is like, well, when I say build something, when I put something in your hand, it is not just for you. It is for your community. And I hear it all the time. I know there are some people that like, you say the word money, you say the word millionaire, and it's almost like it's a curse word because we have this sort of unhealthy relationship with money. But I want God to give me an idea to bless as many people as possible. I want God to give me an idea. I want him to give me something that's not just for me and my family, but could bless the people that's going to be kicked off Medicaid. I want him that if something happens and kids that go to HBCUs can't get Pell Grants, that I'm able to help children go to college or university. I'm not just asking God, oh, just help me and my kids. And when they get through school, I'm good, Lord. But if you're bold enough to walk and to stand in this Noah's principle, you're saying, God, you're giving me something to build that is beyond me. You're giving me something that is going to change my community. You're giving me something that's going to go beyond the legacy of my family, but it's going to shape the legacy of others that may not even know my name. That is Noah's principle. So, number 2, obey immediately, not eventually. Guys, it's not our timing. It's not when we feel ready. I coach people all the time. And one of the biggest things that we do, I'm not ready. I need more of this. I got to go get this next certification. I gotta go get this next degree. When God told Noah to build the ark, he didn't say, okay, Noah, get your life together. I know you might have a drinking issue, but I need you to go to Alcoholics Anonymous for 6 months, for a year, and then build the ark. He said, no, the rain is coming. Some of you guys, God is speaking to you. I need you to put some fire in the chat, give me some hearts, do something, because God is speaking to you. And he's saying, this word I'm giving to you is not for next year. It's not for 4 years. It's for now. Something I'm giving you is for now. If we go to Genesis 6:22, Noah did everything just as God commanded. But some of us, and we sit in church, we are on ministries, we're reading our Bible, we watch all the things on all the sermons, but we're doing things in our timing when we want to. Here's your call to action. Delayed obedience, guys, is still disobedience. Whatever system you've been procrastinating on, build it now. That SOP, that onboarding doc, that process you keep putting off, that office you can't get organized, that desk that's cluttered with stuff. God is saying, build it now. Get the system in place. We're asking, like I say, I deal with people in the marketplace all the time. People that come to me and say, "Yeah, I want this grant. I want this $1 million government contract," and your desk isn't even clean. If he brought you the grant, you wouldn't even have the structure to keep the grant. And I see that all over social media. I can help you make $1 million. I can join my thing and I can help you make $1 million. I can help you get this $10 million, or not $10 million, this $500,000 grant, this $1 million grant. And we don't even have a system in place to manage the grant. We don't even have a system in place to manage 500 new customers. We're asking for overflow in a boat that doesn't have any pitch in it. He said, build this boat, right, with pitch on the inside and the outside so it won't sink. Build this boat to withstand high winds, waves, the good times, the bad times. Build a system that's sustainable, that's not just built to carry you and yours, but can carry others. Guys, if you're listening to me today, whether again it's for you or somebody else, start today. Start today. Declare, I won't wait for the right conditions. I'm not going to wait for the right conditions. I am going to move in obedience now and trust that God will meet me in motion. I'm telling you, guys, I don't tell you anything that I'm not dealing with myself, because what I realize is the more contracts I win, the more people I onboard. And if I'm trying to build something that's sustainable, that is not breaking me down, I have to build a system and a structure that is able to carry the weight. Because if I'm not building a structure that can carry the weight and I'm trying to carry all this in a lifeboat, the boat's going to sink. I'm going to work so hard to just keep it afloat that at the end of the day, you ask yourself, is this really worth it? I stepped out on faith to do this on my own, God. I stepped on faith, or I'm thinking of leaving this 9 to 5. Well, I will tell you, if the boat isn't built according to God's plan, according to God's specifications, let me tell you, you will find yourself working harder than you did working that 9 to 5. Look, guys, here is how you build it. You build with excellence and integrity. He said in Genesis 6:15, he said, here is how you build it, followed by specific dimensions and instructions. God was specific, people. Again, God's speaking to you on how you need to do it. But for some reason, you're like, I'm going to do it my own way. I'm going to build with the people I want to partner with. God's saying, you can't build this with the same old people that you've been building with. I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but God is saying, I'm calling you to greater. I'm calling you to seek wise counsel. Stop asking people who haven't built an ark how to build an ark. Stop going to friends. Stop getting advice from people that haven't built where you're trying to go. I tell people all the time, I've been in business for over 2 decades. I've made it through 5 economic downturns. The rain is going to come. Stop getting advice from people that just started to put an ark together and hasn't withstood any type of storm, anything. And then we wonder why it's not going anywhere. Guys, God is in the details. Check your excellence level. Are you building like the animals are already coming? Or you're building like God said, you got 5 years to do this? Are you building like no one is watching? Because people was watching Noah, right? $1 million corporation and operations are built in the shadows of integrity. Let me tell you, declare this. I build in private what I want God to bless in public. Guys, but we're the opposite. We want God to bless us in public before we build in private. Get the systems right. There are people, and I'm going to tell you, I'm transparent. There have been times when I'm like, Lord, I want to preach this or I want to preach that. Haven't prepared a sermon, haven't been writing sermons down, don't have a book of sermons, but asking God to send the platform before the sermon. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but stop asking God for something before you build the ark. He said, Jackie, build your book of sermons and I'll build the platform. Stop asking God for the platform. Stop asking God for the $1 million business. And you haven't even built a sustainable system. Guys, we got to get that part right. Put some fire in the chat if this is hitting home. Put some fire in the chat or just put the word ark. Put the word ark. Okay. Number 4. And guys, we're over time. If you got to get off, I understand it. I have 2 more points. And if you got to get off, you can come back and catch the replay. Guys, prepare for the weight of the promise. In Genesis 6:21, it says, and be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. Be prepared for the weight of the promise. Like I said, if God has given you something, if you're a person that says, I know God is calling me to greater, I know I'm supposed to be doing more. I know I'm supposed to be doing more than just for me. God is saying, bring on enough provisions for not just you and your family, but for all the animals that I'm saying and I'm sending to you. If the harvest dropped today, would you survive it or sink it right now? If God gave you the $1 million contract, if God told you you got 500 new clients, would you be ready for it? Right? You got 10 people that you're not getting back with, and you're asking God for 100 people. You got one report that you always late on getting done, but you're asking God for the increase. Guys, I'm not saying this is you. I'm saying this is an issue we have. And I believe that's why God gave me this word, because he's saying, guys, I'm in this time, and I've said it over and over again, God is going to pour out a blessing you won't have room enough to receive. But if you don't have a system to hold it, if you don't have the right people around you, if you don't have the right structure, all the overflow would be wasted, guys. You have to declare, God, expand me before you promote me. I'm building for overflow. Everybody, if you're a person like me that struggles with organization, say, Lord, I'm getting organized for the overflow. If you're somebody who wants to speak, if you want to write a book, say, Lord, prepare me for the overflow. Whatever that is, because we sort of do things one way. We want the people before we bring the structure to it. My last point, guys, trust God to fill what you built. Trust God to fill it. Believe that if you build it, God will bring the provision for you. In Genesis 7:9, it says, they entered the boat in pairs, male and female, guys, just as God had commanded Noah. Look, stop forcing it. You don't have to chase people. The season of chasing people, the season of trying to convince people to be on your team, time out for that. Stop chasing contracts. Stop chasing work. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get that. When the ark is ready, what belongs to you will come to you. I need fire in the chat. When the ark is ready, when you can withstand the weight as a leader, when you don't get mad when people disagree with you, when you don't get twisted, when you walk in somewhere and somebody doesn't speak to you and that messes your whole day up, how are you going to have to handle 100 people when you can't even handle one person with a twisted face? Guys, people going to disagree with you. Everybody got their opinions. Everybody got an opinion. But we're reading a book called Let Them. God is saying, let them and let me show you how to build it. God, declare to God, I trust what you've called me to build. I trust you, Lord, what you've called me to build. You will fill it when it's ready. You will fill it when it's complete. Look, guys, I just want to end with this. You keep waiting on people to join your vision, but heaven is waiting on you to finish the structure, right? If God gave you the dream, he's already prepared you for the provision, but only if you build the ark first. So this is what I'd love for you to do. I've just some homework I have for you guys. Look, choose one area in your business, in your life that lacks divine structure, whatever that is. One area that lacks divine structure. Commit to building it this week. Guys, let me tell you, we have this thing called the business audit. You can DM me. You can go on our website at jackiebgrice.com, put your information in there and say, I want the business audit. Let us look at your business, guys. Let us help you see maybe those blind spots. Let figure out what's missing. Because I believe that God has given all of us something to build. He's placed something in everybody's hand. I mean, what he's placed in my hand might not look what Oprah has in her hand. May not look like what Michelle Obama has in her hand. But what I do know is God is expecting me to use what he's placed in my hands, what he has already given me the capacity to handle. So that's all I'm asking you. Use what God has given you. Stop waiting for him to give you something that's not in your hands. Use what God has given you in your hands. And let me tell you, yes, Trish Hines, I see your comment. And then you got to say, let them. Because a lot of people are not going to agree with what you're doing. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody want to tell you what you should do. I've learned this a long time ago. I'm not going to Tina Turner asking her how I should style my hair. We got to stop going to people that haven't done what God is calling you to do, asking them for help. We got to start. I'm telling you, I invest in coaching. I'm telling you, people, I invest in it. I believe in it because I understand what I know God has given me to carry and what I have to do. I can't just, I just can't be just going around just getting counsel from anybody, getting counsel for people that haven't done what God is calling me to do. And it's not about comparing what you have in your hands. I tell people all the time, use what God has given you. Use that thing that God has given you, but God is calling you to structure. He's calling you to build the ark. He's calling you. I told an employee this week, he's been constantly showing up late, every day, late, 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 late. And it hit me. I said, you showing up late because you don't think I have a structure strong enough to deal with somebody showing up late. God showed me, because when you build a strong structure, when you build it the way I've told you to build it, not the way, Jackie, you want to build it, not with people you feel are the people that's supposed to be there and with you, but if you build it according to my design, I will bring the people. I'll bring the people orderly and in step. So look, guys, I am calling you guys. God is calling you to greater. There's potential in you. God is setting you up. And I'm telling you, this word is a word from God. I sat under my tree and he dropped Noah's principle. He said, Jackie, there's a principle in the story of Noah. And if my people will just follow that principle, you're going to look crazy. You're going to look whatever. People will say, oh, you doing the most. What you trying to build? That's for other people. There's some stuff God has dropped on you that if you told people, they would say, God told you to do that? Girl, that's for other people. Let me tell you, if you're on this call and God has given you something crazy to do, God is giving you, saying you're supposed to be on a podcast that not ordinary people just get on that podcast. Let God speak to you. Build that thing. Believe it, because if God gave it to you and you build the right structure, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And like Joshua, when he was on that boat, and the people, the sailors had to decide, if we don't want our boat to sink, I got to throw Joshua overboard. Last thing, some of us aren't going where God is calling us to go at the pace God is calling, with the effort that, because God says his yoke is easy, because we got some people on our boat that's disobedient, that God is saying, it's time for you to toss them aboard. It's time for you to throw them over. Doesn't mean you don't love them. Doesn't mean you don't support them. But where God is taking you is going to require more in the season, people. It's going to require something in you that's not ordinary. It's going to require more in you that when you want to tap out, when you want to say, no, I gotta, God gives you something that presses you on. I will tell you, in this season, sometimes we go through illnesses. Sometimes we go through situations with our children. Sometimes we get life is just lifing. And times we want to tap out. We're in July, guys. Some of us, I'll lose the weight at the beginning of the year. I'll do the business such and such. I'll do it when whatever. God is saying, if you can press through this season, if you can move when you don't feel like moving, when you can do what I've called you to do, I'm giving you the directions. I've spoken it to you in your quiet time. You might look crazy. People may say it's your wrong season. That season is over. God is saying right here, and I know it's the truth, this is your time. This is your season. If you build what I told you to build, the way I told you to build it, it will not only serve you and your family, but it will serve the community. Get out of the mindset of mine and me and mine. If you're part of Launching Deeper, you're part of helping others. You're part of helping community. All right, guys, I'm over time, but I just had to share what God had given me. I love you. I will see you next week, and just do it. Build it. Build the ark. The people will come. The contracts will come. The business will come. I guarantee that. I believe that with all of my heart. And that's on the Bible. All right. Love you guys. See you next time.